This is Kathy Chase. I have never had any diagnosis of terminal illness of any sort. You know, their little terminal and radio and TVs and all this other stuff. I don't have cancer. I don't have any terminal disease or infectious disease. I've never been diagnosed with cancer. I don't have any diseases or heart disease. I don't have heart disease. So they think they want to manipulate, you know, my medical records, probably by forgery. I've never had any diagnosis of any sort, brain problems. I've never had any diagnosis for brain problems. Rob, my ring went missing earlier this year, or last year, mid-year. I believe they took it because it's a Nebraska diamond ring. It's a Marquise, and I had that online, the pictures of it and the documentation. Well, in Nebraska Diamond, you can trade up a ring. You can take the ring back, and you can trade it up for a newer ring. Using the old ring, they'll trade up for it. Anyways, Rob refuses to follow through on the claim, saying that the bankruptcy can come back and they can take that money, even though that ring was paid for in full within a year or two of the actual purchase. The ring was purchased in 2007 and was paid for in full within a year, almost right away. You know, it was paid for years and years and years in advance before any of this bankruptcy, and we've had it insured. And its estimated value is, you know, it was around $3,000 and some dollars. Estimated value on insurance now, appraisal value was around $6,000. And I think he's trying to hold on to it because he refuses to finish the paperwork on it. Now he's trying to manipulate getting me out of the taxes, even though he says we're still legally married and I was taking care of the children all last year. And he says he's going to try to cut me out of the taxes and file singly. He can't do that and try to keep me from having half of the tax return. And he doesn't want me to get ring for my money because these women are so manipulative. It's probably Kim or Shannon probably has the ring, or him, and he lies about it. And the police have taken reports on it. He refuses to finish the claim on it, and I know the laws, and I know that ring was paid for way years and years and years. That was paid for when we lived on South 50th Street. The only debt we had was one credit card when we moved out of that house. And so I want to make that clear that he keeps delaying this bankruptcy. He's been delaying it for like a year and a half because he's waiting to get some of this laundering money from his dad or whatever, or whoever, presidents or whatever. And then, you know, the ring thing, he keeps delaying that even though it's been missing. And he keeps saying, well, you know, he's trying to manipulate. And that ring was purchased for me. It was mine. I think they're trying to take it back. Everything, they like to subtract everything from my life. They like to take my ring, my things. Now ruin my computers, break my computers, and do all this other stuff. They ruined my clothes. They poured oil on my clothes at one time. I know he did. He can lie about it, but there were oil spots on my clothes. On some of them, and these people are just nasty. You know, he pretends to be my husband for 20 years. You know, he was very attentive, very loving, and I didn't know he was a fraud. And then all of a sudden, he just turns on me. I mean, he was very attentive, very good to me at one time, and then he just turns on me and just becomes evil, and sides with people that are evil. And how could you spend 20 years with somebody and then make things about him? Oh, here's another thing. They're using the toe thing, X's and O's. And I think they were making rumors that I was a cross-dresser because of that, or cross-eyed, or something other stupid crap that these women will do. I'm not a cross-dresser. I have 3 children. How can you manipulate that? Oh, they're going to say they're their children. No, they're my children. I carry them around every day. They're my children. Everybody sees they're with me. They're my children. I had those children, all 3 of them, Amber, Sean, and Autumn. They're all 3 my children.